Hi everybody, Jennifer Ferguson here. I am getting ready to add a little color to the project that I've been working on and sharing with you guys a little each and every day. Oh, not each and every day, but every day that I'm actually working on it. Um, and so I thought I would just kind of like recap what I've done so far. So this is the base section of my hutch. And this is the area that I've already completed so far. So I thought I'd just kind of go over what I've done. There's been a lot of questions, and I thought maybe I'd just answer a few of them here before I actually throw some paint on it too. So in the background, and hopefully you can see this well, you have the texture. And the texture that I had created back here was with my Artsyville embellishments texture medium. And I used the ostrich roller and basically just kind of created what I refer to as a hammered metal finish. And then I did not paint that, okay? So this, whatever wood this is, it's kind of been one of those pieces that every time I'd sand it or wipe on it, dirt always comes off of it, okay? It's always looking dirty. But there's something in the wood that just kind of keeps bleeding out. I think eventually it'll probably quit bleeding out, but I'm going to go dark colors, so if it even bleeds, who cares? So I didn't paint this. It actually just ended up getting stained darker from whatever keeps bleeding through. And the whole piece has primer on it. So the primer I used was XIM primer, which is a bonding primer. Not for bleeding, okay? So I knew it wasn't going to help anything with the bleeding, but I definitely wanted to make sure that I had something good that was bonding on here, because the other paint that was actually on this project when I bought it, you were able just to scrape it off. Hi Kelly, how are you doing this evening? So it looks like I got two tones on here, but really I used the same products. I used the texture medium to do the ostrich roller, as well as I used my texture medium to emboss with, which is absolutely fabulous. That came out perfect. Not one bleed under, so that's really cool. And all I've done so far since then is just a light sand. I just wanted to be able to rub my hand across this and make sure that it just didn't feel really rough to the touch. Thank you, I appreciate you enjoying my videos. Hi Patty, how are you? So I'm going to kind of move on and just kind of talk about what I'm doing here and just share with you guys while I'm working on it. So I'm painting the sides, Modern Masters metallic paint, and my color here is antique copper. And the reason I picked antique copper is because I've already done the drawers, okay? So I'm matching the sides to the drawer fronts. And we are just going to put some paint on here. So how's everybody doing this evening? And you know, if by chance I'm blurry or the sound's not good, let me know, because I'm just trying to make sure our Wi-Fi is still doing really good here, okay? So I think I gotta move this, and I gotta move me a little bit. Oh, you can't go wrong with Modern Masters. They're just beautiful. And yes, I'm being really bad. I'm dipping right out of the bucket, which is not always recommended, because you are contaminating your paint when you do that. But this color just goes on gorgeous. And one of the other things about Modern Masters, if you guys don't know, they have on the side, every time they always tell you what color it is, it'll also let you know if it's an opaque or a semi-opaque. So that's kind of nice to know when you choose a color, because basically they indicate if it's a semi-opaque, you might need 3 coats. If it's an opaque, you should be able to do it in 2. I hope you guys can see how well this is going on. I got a feeling I can get this to opaque in 2. This color is going on beautifully. And I don't think I'll have too much problem. I'm just having to work it in to all my texture and around the embossed stencil to get it down in there. But yes, I know you guys are all laughing at me. I'm using this little brush, but I absolutely love my art brushes, okay? This is referred to as an art wash brush, and they have such smooth, soft bristles, but the bristles are also firm enough that they help stretch and pull the paint and lay it down pretty smooth, smoother than just about any other brush that I've worked with. And you know, right now I'm just trying to get it into all of the different texture, and I don't care. I mean, if this takes me a few minutes longer, you know, one of those things too is a smaller brush will waste less paint when I go and wash it out, okay? I did bring a bigger one over here, but if you see my brushes up close and personal, you'll know that they are well loved and well worn. Okay, so enough about my brush, but a little bit about metallic paint too. So if you guys have used metallic paints and you've all struggled with lap lines and you can see every direction your brush has gone, and it's really hard just to paint a solid metallic finish, that you always will see the direction of your brush. So how many of you guys have struggled with this? I know that everybody always thinks, oh my gosh, I love this metallic paint, I'm just going to go paint me a metallic wall, okay? And you try to paint a metallic wall and you discover, oh my gosh, I can see every roller lap, I can see every mark, and you're trying different rollers and you're adding extender to it, and you are almost not able to get a perfect metallic finish. And what it happens to be is your metallic paint has metal particles in them, metallic particles, and it's kind of like vacuuming, that you are laying those metal particles down in one direction. So if I'm brushing everything down, I'm laying it all in that direction. When I go the other way, I've now laid the metal particles the other direction, and I can really see my brush stroke there. Gosh, I wish I had better light in here, you guys. I don't know if I can get a better shot, because as I'm painting this, it's just getting darker and darker. But so if you guys have vacuumed before that beautiful new carpet, and you push the vacuum and then you pull the vacuum, and it's laying the pile down in the two different directions so you can see every mark of the vacuum, that's the same concept when you have metallic paint. So it's laying the particles down in the different directions. You want me to zoom in, Kelly? Okay, I can only zoom in by pushing the camera in. So is that any better? Can you guys see what I'm doing, or see the color? Or am I just in a dark hole back here? I just looked to see if I had the light on my camera, but I'm gonna have to plug it in. And give me a second. I'm going to finish out this last little corner, and I'm going to pull you guys back out so you can really see what I'm doing. So does that make sense, you guys, as far as laying down the metallic paints? So what I always suggest is, once you have your paint on there, brush everything in the same direction. So it's either brush it down or brush it up, or if you're using a roller, roll everything in the same direction. You will have less lap marks from it, okay? And it really does help. I know that metallic paints are a little bit more challenging than they kind of seem. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my plug so I can turn on a light. So forgive me, I didn't realize how dark it was over here. Later in the day, the studio gets a little darker. So let me get my cord, and let's turn a little light on this situation and see if it's any better. And there we go. Okay, can you guys see that better? I know it's glaring to me, okay, but let me know, Kelly, if you guys can see my painting better, or if it's just, is it glaring it out? But that's one of the tricks with trying to paint a metallic finish as solid and with as little amount of lap lines, okay? And I know that when this dries down, there's going to be an area down here definitely that I know is a little bit lighter, and there's probably going to be a few missed areas through the stencil. So when this dries, I'm definitely going to go ahead and now see, I'm like in a glare from the light. Maybe I'll turn it down just a little bit, okay? Hopefully. That's the one thing I don't like about using the light. It glares off my glasses because, yes, I wear glasses to see anything anymore. But I will put on a second coat. And then the plan here is I've got to match what I've kind of already done. So I'm planning on putting a glaze over the top of this. And I think I'm going to add some color because the glaze and the color that I'm going to put into the background, I want it to pop the stencil back out so that it'll have a lot more dimension. Oh my gosh, Kelly, I've tried to give up on doing ceilings just for the fact that my neck hurts just thinking about going up and doing a ceiling. I've done so many over my career. The last ceiling I did, my arm and shoulder basically went numb for a day, okay? So I can't even think about doing this. I'd rather do a panel on some kind of board and then go mount them up in the ceiling instead of actually doing a ceiling anymore. So I just wanted to kind of bring you guys back here and share with you about metallic paints and some of the tricks. Now I know Modern Masters also sells what they call an extender, and they also have a special roller, okay, for trying to roll it on. But I don't want you guys to think that those are the magic tools that's just going to make it simple and easy and nothing's going to happen, you know, that's going to be perfect. Creating a metallic finish on a large surface is a lot of work. One of these days I'll show you guys one of my tricks. I actually have a tool that I like to put it on with and just create movement and not worry so much about it. But I think that's kind of it for today. One step at a time here, and hopefully at the beginning of this video, guys, you'll kind of understand what I've done so far and where I'm at. And maybe tomorrow I can start moving on to some glaze and put some color on the top of this thing. So we're going to be breaking out the DIY paint, and I think it's going to go old 57 with maybe some mermaid. But I'm definitely in my teal mood, and I love the teal with the copper, so I'm looking for that patina type of look. But if you guys have any questions, you know, please feel free to ask. And as always, I appreciate it if you will hit your share button and let all your friends and family see what we're doing here. You guys have a wonderful night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.